as you get more and more involved in reloading, sometimes you forget the very basic questions. And from time to time, people come up to me and say, Eric, how do I start? What are the fundamentals that I need to get into reloading? Now, that can be an easy answer, but it can also be difficult, and I'll explain why. You need to decide who you're going to be. Are you going to be the hunter that just reloads to get a better cost on ammunition so you can shoot a little bit more than normal? Do you want to be mediocre in accuracy, or do you want to be top of the line, and do you want to enter competitions and all of the above? What's going to help you with that answer is your budget. You can have an entry budget, you can have a high-end budget. To give you an idea, my Neela that works fantastic is $299. The top of the range of Neelas that are precise, right down to the very last degree, are $2,000 to $3,000. So that's just one item. A press can cost you $150. A press can cost you $1,000. Dies can cost you $60. They can cost you $400. So it's really up to you to have a look at the overall picture of what you want to spend. But before you buy anything, any bit of equipment, there's something that you must find out if you can get supply of, and that is primers. Because at the moment, that is the hardest thing to find. You will find it. If you're going to sit in your armchair and you're going to wait for it to come to you, you're not going to find them, and you're not going to do anything, because without these are the most crucial thing at the moment. Gunpowder, you'll find gunpowder. They're in most stores. Some stores are more expensive than others, but you'll ring around, you'll work out who is who in the zoo. Brass, easy. Lots of brass out there at the moment. Yet when it comes to brass, the question goes, who do I want to be? Do I want to be top of the tier, or do I want to be at the middle or the beginning? Okay. Starline brass is by no means top of the tier, but it's definitely not the bottom. And I've been very happy with its quality. I don't get sponsored by them, so no, I buy all my brass, I pay for it, and full retail. But I just find it very consistent, and I like the fact that I've bought it from new, I fired it in my gun, it stays in that gun, I trim it for that gun, and so on and so on. Brass can set you back anywhere from $50 per 50, depending on the caliber. In, say, 223, I think it's about $80 or $90 per 100. In 308, you're probably paying about $70 for 50. There is cheaper brass than that, but hey, if you're gonna, that's roughly. Hornady is a very good brass. I've been using Hornady and I've been very happy with it, and that's roughly about the same price. I probably rate Starline a little bit better, but they're very close. So even if you found Hornady brass, it's very good. If you wanted the top of the line Lapua, you could go straight to Lapua, $300 a box of 100. That's where you're going to start. But the good thing is, its case capacity is very, very accurate, and it's a great brass. It will last you a long time. You will get your 15 or 18 firings out of it. Some people have had 20 firings out of it. So what I mean by that is you're going to reuse that brass at least 15 times. So that 100 bullets, times it by 15. Okay? Now, projectiles, they're everywhere. You can buy projectiles anywhere. It's all going to come down to what weight projectile you're going to want. And you're going to go from there. You're going to purchase the ones you want. You're going to end up buying more and more and more different weights and testing them and see what you like better. But let's go now to what do I need to do? What do I need to buy to start? And the one thing I'm going to tell you not to buy is a kit, because I'm going to tell you that most of the stuff in that kit you won't use, or you'll upgrade it very quickly. So I'm going to tell you what I think you can start with that will get you going for quite a while before you even need to upgrade. So let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to look at today is a press. That's one of the fundamentals that you need to reload. Now, when it comes to presses, make sure you buy like this style, the O-type press, okay? Don't buy an open press like that, because they are nowhere near as good as something like this. So that way, even if you spend a couple of $100 on a Lee press, you're still going to get good results. This is the Hornady press. I've been quite happy with that, but you may want to go and get yourself a Forster press, which is the top of the range for around, I think they're around $800 at the moment. Then after that, you're going to need to get yourself a set of dies. Whatever you do, just make sure that your dies are full length dies. Don't buy just neck tension dies. Okay, you're asking for a world of hurt. You can go with Lee if you like for the blower end. I use the Hornady. It's more of a mid-range. Something better than that would be the Redding and possibly the Forster as well. But whatever you do, make sure it's a micrometer die, and most dies will come with a shell holder as well. Another thing that you're going to need is a powder charge. I recommend that you stay away from the beam type. Look, you can go that way, but I think at least a Lehman like this one, you can go the Hornady, you can go the RCBS as well. They're your mid-range, very accurate powdered droppers. These are very efficient and they are very precise as well. If you want to go the more higher end, you can, but you're looking something like I think they're called a super trickler, and you'll probably spend a couple of $1,000s by the time you trick it out with all the little bits that you need. But they are amazing, and to a 0.02 accuracy. The one that you're looking at in front of you is at a 0.1 accuracy, but more than enough for what I'm doing. And that'll set you back anywhere between $500 and $600. Every now and then they come out on special for around $450, so you can keep your eye for that. But that's definitely, I believe, your entry point into reloading, so you can have some form of accuracy. Probably the cheapest thing you'll buy, but it'll come in very handy, a loading tray. Something where you can sit your brass in, so you can put your powder charge in. Roughly around $15 to $18 is all you'll need for one of them. A good funnel. You definitely need a good funnel so you can transfer the powder into your case, brass case. And make sure you get something that has all the little different ends for all the different calibers. That's a must. A brass trimmer. That's something you'll definitely need as you shoot your brass and it gets longer and you're going to want to uniform it. I have 3 of these ugly brass trimmers, and the reason I have 3 is because I have them for the different calibers, so I don't have to change the bushing at the front of it, and they're all preset to the exact length I want, so I don't have to check anything. I just whack my brass in there and it's going to be trimmed perfectly. Now, you don't have to buy 2 or 3 or whatever calibers you got. You can buy the one and change this little bush out the front to whatever other caliber you have, and you can use it that way. No issue whatsoever. But $80, well worth it. Another thing you're going to need is a priming tool. This one's from Lee. It works very well. You can also get a hand primer. I prefer this bench mounted one. You can get better ones as well. You can get priming tools that attach to your press. You can buy other individual primers that can even set the exact depth of the primer. But you're looking at a range of between $60 to $400. So I've just pointed out the bare minimal of what you need to start reloading. My opinion is from my experiences. Other people might have different experiences to me. Someone might say, oh, I love my beam scale and it's so accurate. I haven't had that success, so I'm not going to sit there and say, yeah, it's great when I haven't had success. For whatever reason, it's like your manual powder droppers that they have. I actually have one to show you. I forgot I had it. It's right at the bottom of my reloading bench. I think I used this once when I first started. It's terrible. You can never get it accurate. I'm sure there's some better brands out there that could come a bit closer, but this goes up, the powder drops into the amount that you've set it for. You drop it down and it goes into your brass case. No, I'm not going to tell you to buy one of these because they're worst $70 of your life that you'll ever spend. Spend the money on an electronic one. This thing will drive you nuts. And I'm telling you, they're from my experiences. So if you want this, you can have it for free. Just send me a message and I'll even pay the post to send it to you. What else can we go through? If you do want to go the higher end from now, and your budget is whatever it wants to be, go straight to a Forster press. Go straight to Forster dies. Go straight to an amp annealer, which is a couple of grand. Go straight to the top end powder charge. You won't go wrong because you can't. That's it. You're at the top. So go buy your Lepore brass. Start doing some of your powder charges in there. You will get there quicker than everybody else as long as you follow the basic fundamentals. If you're not going to go to the top end, you're going to do very well. Don't think that, I haven't bought the best of equipment, I'm not going to do well. You get a good node with your powder charge, get a good seating depth, take your time. You're going to produce some amazing ammunition eventually. At the beginning, yes, you'll make mistakes. We all do. I still make mistakes. I still learn every day. But I hope this video brings you one step closer to deciding to start to reload.